Venom number 17 by Al Ewing was published few days ago with this impressive cover, showing Eddie Brock along with his Venom and Bedlam personalities, presenting a new chapter in this ongoing run. The book opens with Eddie falling into the limbo. The narrator says that he is watching Eddie falling from the limbo's highest point, a mocking reflection of the earth he left. He was sent to the limbo by the so-called allies, who used him, then dumped him. Eddie crashes into the limbo and gets up as Bedlam, the embodiment of his rage, with all his good memories being wiped. Bedlam then encounters the techno-demons, who intend to feed on his life force and attack him. Bedlam retaliates and rips one of the demon's arms, but as a result, he gets infected by the virus. The narrator says that these techno-demons are reverse vampires that would turn their victim into one of them before sucking out their juice. But Eddie is not just a symbiote, he is the king of symbiotes, the king in black, and he himself doesn't know how powerful that makes him. The terrified demons try to flee, but Bedlam manages to capture one of them and rips off his head. Darkoth, the death demon and the ruler of Limbo, then intervenes, with the narrator saying that Darkoth was ruling the Limbo before Madeline prayer, but nobody remembers how that ended. The confrontation between Bedlam and Darkoth causes time to split, with two scenarios and two outcomes. In the first scenario, Darkoth attacks Bedlam with his soul sword and slashes him. Bedlam says that Darkoth hurt him and retaliates. Darkoth overpowers Bedlam and knocks him away, forcing him to yield and beg for mercy, but Darkoth hits him again with the Soul Sword, a weapon of vast magical power in the hands of a trained soldier. Darkoth then says that it was going to end one way, before stabbing Bedlam, blasting his ego into ash, and banishing him from the Limbo, but the symbiote matter reacts aggressively and explodes in pain and rage, seeking out the only host it can, namely Darkoth. Possessed by the symbiote, Darkoth has nowhere to run, so when a portal opens to Asgard by Loki, he flees through it without a thought and ends up fighting King Thor and Eddie Brock, as we saw in Thor number 28, and this is how Darkoth's reign as the King of Limbo ended. In the second scenario, however, Bedlam whips the Soul Sword and manages to snatch it from Darkoth. Before breaking it, Darkoth brags that he doesn't need a sword to defeat Bedlam, but Bedlam stabs Darkoth with the broken blade and rips off his head. A time portal to Meridius Garden then opens, and Bedlam sees his past selves, the two he wants to hit most. He then leaps into the portal and goes back to the garden. Banished from Limbo to the next place, Eddie finds himself overwhelmed by darkness. The narrator says that Eddie falls all the way down here to him, walking the path of the magician. Eddie doesn't even remember his name, remarking that so much was taken from him, but the narrator says that this is the magician's journey and the sacrifice of ego. The mysterious observer says that magic comes in many forms, but magicians adhere to two dominant philosophies: white magic, which remakes the world from a place above the world, leaving hands as clean as surgeons, and black magic, which works for the world and knows its suffering, leaving hands black with blood and heavy with venom. The observer finally reveals itself as a disembodied version of Venom's hand with burning fingertips, remarking that Eddie needs a hand and it's there to help him. Although I am not a huge fan of Eddie's multiple personalities, I still like this book and the way Al Ewing presented the fight between Bedlam and Darkoth. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.